Hello and welcome back to Undercurrent. My name is Roman Kavanagh and I have an interest in Africa. If you like that, why not subscribe? Today we're going to talk about Trump's view on Africa, and it is so different from every other American president since 1940s that it's worth talking about. And the fundamental aspect that you need to understand about Trump's view on Africa is that he doesn't care about climate change, doesn't care about human rights, he only cares about trade deals. So how did America view Africa before? Well, it was all about aid, not trade. So in essence, the Americans would say we will solve problems in Africa, we'll solve the AIDS crisis, we would solve medical issues, we would solve all sorts of things. And in return, well, I don't know what they were expecting in return because they haven't received much. Trump is different. Trump is saying, we don't care about aid, we want trade. And the first thing you need to understand is Trump has never actually visited Africa. He's the first American president in recent memory that has never set foot on this continent. But despite that, he seems to be quite popular, especially amongst Nigerians and Kenyans and other African countries in general. He has a favorability rating of over 50% in many African countries, except in South Africa, where he's only trailing at about 36%. So why is trade so important for Donald Trump? It's very simple. He sees the entire continent as a trading partner. The continent has many things that he wants as the American president: critical minerals, US security interests. All those things come to bear in this continent of ours. But most importantly, he wants to compete with other superpowers. For the past 30, 40 years, Russia and China have been eating America's lunch in Africa. China has reached deals for critical minerals, have built the infrastructure to export those minerals to China, whereas Russia has offered security deals in exchange for minerals, namely in Mali, in Chad, in the former French colonies of Africa. Russia has come in, delegitimized the rebel groups, delegitimized the jihadi groups, and in return, they get preferential rates for the critical minerals in those regions. Whereas America has given sort of drugs for AIDS, and no one really cares too much about that. And that is something Trump wants to change fundamentally. So how exactly is he doing this? Very, very simply, he is offering peace and he's offering trade. For peace, he's just solved the recent crisis in the Congo. Between Rwanda and Congo, there was a civil war brewing. He has solved that. And in return, the Congo is going to sign critical mineral deals with America going forward. So in essence, Trump is actually taking on the characteristics of the Chinese or the Russians. We will give you security, we will give you trade, and in return you give us your minerals under your earth. And as I mentioned, this is fundamentally different from the previous presidents, but also it's an excellent opportunity for the African continent. For the first time in a very long time, the superpowers of the world are competing for influence in Africa. Whereas America has largely been sidelined and ignored because they didn't care too much about it. They were bombing the Middle East and worrying about Israel. But now, for the very first time, they are actually concerned about Africa and what it can gain from Africa. And since Trump doesn't care about renewable energy or human rights, he cares about hard critical minerals, he's going to say, you need nuclear. He's going to say, you need coal. He's going to say, you need energy to build the infrastructure that you deserve as the African continent, infrastructure that best serves the people of Africa. Because once you take out all the rhetoric about human rights and green renewable energy and all that crap, all those things are actually anti-human. Whereas trade is the most human thing that you can do, especially for the continent of Africa that doesn't get rich because it doesn't have any trade whatsoever. Trump can fundamentally change all of that. But on the other hand, Trump understands that if you don't want to make a deal with America, that's perfectly fine, but you'll be ignored and sidelined, i.e. South Africa seems to be following that path quite well. Now, I'm not telling African countries what to do. Every country is sovereign, every country has their own leadership, every country has their own issues or law or history. That's perfectly fine. But it's fundamental to understand that no country in the world ever has become rich by ignoring America. All the superpowers right now, be it Russia, be it China, be it Japan, be it Indonesia, all have a trading agreement with America. That's how they actually became rich. If America didn't exist, China would be as poor as ever. America made them rich through trade. So for the African continent, there's a golden opportunity to look at the world, to look at the competition amongst the superpowers, and make a determination going forward. What do we actually want as an African country and as African continent? And I think building infrastructure, becoming rich, and being a very wealthy continent should be a primary objective for all African countries. And Trump, China, and Russia are giving us the very opportunity to do that. It's very exciting times. Let's see where it leads to.